So often in my life, I feel like I get on these motivation kicks where I'm like just full of energy to accomplish all of the things that I want to do. You know, I wake up every day, tunnel vision, focused, one track mind on that thing, and it's great at first. Like, you really feel like you're getting somewhere. And today I know how that's short-lived. I know sort of the lifespan of that, but in years past, during the school of hard knocks, years of just learning, I would essentially cling to that energy, that motivation, and run myself completely dry to the point where I was at the bottom of the barrel and completely out of energy, unmotivated, and really kind of despised whatever project it was that I was giving everything towards. And this often happened pretty quickly, like within a week. And I'd find myself just completely fried with whatever that I was trying to accomplish and do. And then over some weeks, sometimes some months, I would regain some strength and energy and motivation to jump back into it. And then I would, like a tidal wave, man, just try to jump into it full steam ahead, And I learned that was just not sustainable. It's actually deeply rooted in fear and in lack, not invitation and opportunity. And it took me a long time to see that oftentimes whenever I am feeling very motivated and very energized and very, excited about a thing, about a project, about, whatever it is that I'm doing, some work that I'm doing, or it could be anything. It's actually a deep-seated fear and a conflict with the truth of the reality of what is. It's actually trying to escape some circumstance or state of being that I'm currently experiencing. It's like somebody turned the lights on in a different room, but I can't get to that room. And so I'm eagerly trying to find the trap door to get into the room that I want to get to, because I don't want to be here anymore. And all of that excessive energy, itching and scratching, trying to make something happen fast, is an argument with the reality of what is. And I love that. Rick Rubin's new book, he has a quote in there that says, "Impatience is an argument with reality." And oftentimes motivation, in the way that we feel it and express it in our culture, is actually just deep impatience for some other circumstance that we want to conjure or pull to us or attain more quickly. And in our culture that is so fast, everything's so quick. I mean, if you don't make a 15-second video on Instagram or TikTok, people are moved on. We think that everything needs to be quick, fast, now, and all the while not realizing that we are all just trying to frantically escape our reality that is. And so the question then becomes, what are you trying to get away from here that you think will be better there? Because even if you get more income, or even if the project takes off, or even if the business gets acquired, or whatever it might be, even if you get the job, even if you get the spouse, even if you have the child, whatever it might be, what I've learned now in my 30s is that whatever circumstance or situation you find yourself in, you're still you. You're still going to be you, no matter what environment that you're in. So who are you cultivating yourself to be that transcends the environment, that transcends the circumstances? Of course we want to focus on good things to happen. Of course we want to, align ourselves with things that are for us and that are for growth and expansion. I think that's, without saying, it's in our evolutionary nature to want to do that. But to cling to motivation is a fear that what we want to happen may not happen, and so we try to give ourselves to these big, unrealistic energy habits to try to get that thing. And some people do it, man. I was just at a conference last week, and there are some people, not in this industry, if you will, in a very bleak and mundane industry that I also find myself in. And he was talking about for the first 5 years of his business that he worked 15 hours a day. I thought, I've tried that, dude. I'm glad it worked for you, but I don't see anything doing that. I see nature actually working all the time, but it's not work at all. Like, I look out here at these trees, and they're treeing. They're working right now, even though they're just beautiful. Finally a sunny day. We've had a lot of rain here in San Diego. Finally a sunny day. They look like they are just floating in the wind with their leaves and planted down into the ground. But they're working right now, treeing. But it's not frantic, it's not fast. It is. And they're engaged with the environment that they're in, no matter what. With all of this rain and hail and even snow up in LA, they were still here. And so my encouragement for us is that we beware of excessive motivation, and we question the origin of it, that we dig down to the root and say, is this something that is needed to help me get on the right track? Is this a thing that is going to be here, and we name that it's temporary, that living in that state of frantic energy is not sustainable for your being? Sometimes, though, you need a little burst of something. That's okay. But the way of being is the way that is absolutely content with the essence of what is, despite the images that are showing themselves in the moment. The way of being is knowing who we are beyond what we do, or even how we do it. The way of being is seeing that motivation is a temptation to not trust that goodness is the natural state of life's experience. Even if perceivingly bad things are happening, whatever, it's the ability to have the sight to see through all of the illusion, all of the fog, all of the disorientation, and to deeply embody the reality and the essence of what is in our being, in our body, in our soul, in our psyche. And that we deal with that deep-seated insecurity that seems to be in argument with who we are and what's happening around us. And it's deep, radical acceptance. And from that deep, radical acceptance, this is the key. You begin to participate with all that is. And this is the full embodiment of the Taoist Wu Wei, effortless action. This is effortless in that you aren't pushing or pulling or overachieving or even being lazy and underachieving. It's in flow, effortless, but action, movement with. Everything is in vibration. Everything is in movement. Everything is existing in a, as Rumi said, ecstatic motion. Everything is happening right now in flow and in time. Nothing is delayed. Nothing is rushed. It's the first thing I saw on a psychedelic experience that I had. That I had the tendency to try to rush ahead instead of embodying and embracing the flow of what is. And it was just like this movement. It's just like, it wasn't delaying, it wasn't rushing. And that is Wu Wei. That is participation with the ongoing flow of healing, love, and wholeness that is experienced by tuning into here and now. And when you are experiencing here and now, you'll be fully there for then. So you want to build your business. Great, man. So you want to marry that person. Beautiful. So you want to have children. Incredible. I have 2 kids. It's so rewarding. You want to learn a hobby. I'm trying to get better at surfing. It's just that simple, consistent, calm, and confident participation with whatever it is. That the fullness of your essence is brought to engage and participate with it. And it's one step at a time that makes the mile. So a lot of times motivation is this anxiety around wanting to be there instead of here. And it's okay, again, I'll digress on this, but it's okay to want to make progress. That's natural, that's evolution at work. But it's not natural, it's not part of nature to rush ahead or to be lazy and delay. Maybe you do need to get going on something. Maybe you do need to get started. Maybe you need to get off your ass and actually engage and participate. Or maybe you need to slow down a little bit. Maybe you need to, as cliche as it is, trust the process. Remember, as Rick Rubin said, impatience is an argument with reality. As long as it depends on you, be at peace with everyone and fully engage and participate with what is in the moment and trust that what is coming then as a result, as fruit of that, is good. And you will never need to have this bad relationship with motivation. You will never need motivation anymore. You will just act because you are living in the way of being. Grace and peace, my friends.